I was excited and nervous.
I thought I can get some new information to use in my class.
3, 2, 1, okay. Okay, actually before joining this program, I feel quite nervous about what would be going to be learned in this program, because I've never received any teachers training before, and that's why I'm quite expected to receive more deeper knowledge about the ELT. Yes.
I'm excited but a little bit worried.
Alright, so initially I felt thrilled and somehow I was nervous at first because I don't know if I can get to be connected to other people.
And before I went to the class, I know that maybe I'm the youngest here, so I'm the least experienced here. So I think I got a lot to learn from the other students here.
Very confused because it is very far from my classmates.
Well, I don't know, since I'm only doing half of the program, so it's 2 weeks. I feel like I will miss everyone. I think we've built a lot of rapport, and I'll be really sad to have the feeling that you might never see them again.
Honestly to say, I'm really tired of running, but I learned a lot from the classmates, and they are very helpful to improve our skills and learning skills. So I'm so satisfied with participating in this course.
I feel I need some time to intake the knowledge I learned during this program.
At first I thought this program would be very difficult, but right now I feel more meaningful. So I really appreciate the professors who helped me to understand and learn better.
This program was very hard to me, but I'm trying to improve my teaching through this program.
Okay, I think it's still very difficult for me because I have no any background about the linguistic and teaching, but I feel I'm getting there. Yeah, hopefully just 1.5 days left. It's fine.
Thank you.
I think it is the pedagogy part that is the most beneficial for our teaching job, because Professor Hans is talking about TPLT, and TPLT is actually the way that is used widely in my university.
Okay, the most important thing that I've learned from the program is that I think is how we can bridge the theoretical side and the pedagogies. It's segregated in 2 weeks, right? In the previous week we've learned much about the descriptive grammar, the theories, sentence structures, and now we try to put it into application. So I think this kind of linking is what I think is most important and most useful.
I think is teamwork. Teamwork is important, and we should cooperate the abstract principle into our daily teaching practice.
The most important thing I think is to change the theory of how to understand language teaching. Before this program, I think my teaching method or teaching theory is is very traditional, and after learning from the program, I think I renewed my thought of the language teaching. I think that's the most important.
I always wanted to have communicative class, but I noticed, unfortunately, my classes are not a TPLT or communicative one at all. But at least I could notice, so I can improve a lot.
I would say be open to new ideas and approaches. So no matter, just like what Professor Odin has said about the prescriptivism to descriptivism, what we should be a little bit more open to more options, which is also the same to the pedagogy class, that we should also be open to approaches that we might be quite stuck to traditional teaching approach for a long time. So that would also be like be open to new things.
The most important thing I learned from the program, I think the most important thing I've learned from the program, particularly in this latter week where we've been learning about foreign language teaching theories, is just how entrenched traditional teaching styles are. So many of us in the program, all of the education, not only language, but just in general, we've gone through has been traditional teaching styles. And as we're learning the new CLT, the communicative language theory, it's interesting to see those little bits of resistance that we all have in our minds, still clinging to those traditional teaching styles that we're all with, and sort of how to overcome that internal resistance.
What is the most important thing to learn language is to use language, not just in the textbook or just about grammar, but how to use language.
I would like to incorporate more task-based lesson plan, because now we're using a little bit of the deductive method.
I'd like to incorporate everything, not everything, but definitely more specific linguistic teaching, which I don't usually do, which now I feel more comfortable about doing. Definitely task-based learning. I'm excited to go and implement that in my classroom. I have a lot of freedom in my curriculum, so I can put that in and I can bring that to life. So that's probably the task-based, with a little bit of linguistic salt on it will be great to do.
I'd like to incorporate the things that we learned in this class, such as task-based learning and creating more of an organic feeling in my classroom rather than grammatical or robotic.
So you're teaching.
Now I'm thinking about the. Now I have a lecture of the TPLT and they're thinking about the syllabus. So I go back to the school and think about the whole syllabus in the textbooks and the reconstruct of the order based on the things, theory.
So I would like to incorporate, I think maybe, of course, we talk about the specific application of the task base, and I think certainly in my teaching I will do that, and as well as maybe this sense of just being natural and when it comes to sampling maybe the materials, just really be careful, and I think I'm looking forward to do that in the future.
For now, especially now, my mind is full of tasks, so maybe I want to include more tasks in my lesson. What would you like to incorporate into your teaching? Now I'm thinking.
No, inspiring. Yeah, that's it.
First of all, it is challenging and difficult to some and exciting to some.
Let's see, I would describe it as very interactive, very high in participation, and very fast-paced.
Very useful, functional, amazing.
Awesome, cool.
I would say that this is a challenging program, but also very stimulating, and it does encourage you to want to be a better teacher.
Very intensive, so all things are packed into it, so that in every lecture you have to pay attention, and for like a whole day. And the second word is diversity. And that's what I described before. Our classmates are from all sorts of backgrounds, from the US, from Philippines, from Hong Kong, China, Japan, all over the world. And our our common thing is that we are teaching students with an LT background, and by sharing our experience is very inspiring and not confined to the Hong Kong environment only, but also in Asia at large. So that's the program that I would highly recommend to teachers or prospective teachers who desire to teach in Asia.